What if I told you that the secret to building extraordinary wealth has nothing to do with working harder or even being the smartest person in the room? What if I told you that most people, maybe even you, spend a lifetime chasing money, stuck in the grind, never realizing that the biggest, most transformative opportunities don't look like opportunities at all. They look risky. They look uncertain. Sometimes they look like a complete waste of time. They go against everything we've been taught about success, safety, and playing it smart. But the wealthy, the truly wealthy, they see something different. They spot something most people miss entirely, something that, when understood, becomes a key that unlocks fortunes again and again. What they see is asymmetry. Let me show you what that means. Your journey to asymmetric wealth begins right now. Are you ready to see what the wealthy really see? To understand how they build their fortunes, not by following the crowd, but by spotting those hidden high upside opportunities that most people overlook. If the idea of risking a little to gain a lot speaks to something deep inside you, if you're tired of playing by the old rules that keep most people stuck, then you're exactly where you need to be. Drop a comment below with the phrase, "I see the asymmetry." I'll give it a heart to recognize that spark of insight in you. And if this deep dive is resonating, if it's opening your eyes even just a little, tap that like button, hit subscribe, and help the Wealthy Edge keep sharing these powerful strategies. Because we're just getting started, and there's so much more to uncover on this path to true lasting wealth. Let's keep going. So what exactly is an asymmetric opportunity? Well, think of it like this. You take a small, calculated risk, one that feels manageable, maybe even insignificant, but the potential upside, it's massive. We're talking about a situation where the reward dramatically outweighs the risk. That's the magic of asymmetry. And sure, it sounds simple, maybe even a little too good to be true. But here's the twist. These kinds of opportunities do exist. They're out there, hidden in plain sight. Most people just don't see them, because we've been conditioned our whole lives to play it safe, to avoid discomfort, to stick with what's familiar and predictable, even if that means capping our potential. We're taught to value stability. But what if that tiny bit of discomfort you've been avoiding was actually the doorway to unimaginable freedom? Now let's bring this to life with some real-world stories. Let's start with Bitcoin. Back in 2013, if you had invested just $1,000, people might have thought you were crazy. It was volatile, unregulated, laughed at by the mainstream. But fast forward to today, that same $1,000 could have turned into millions. Yes, millions. Depending on when you sold, even tens of millions. Or take Nvidia. In 2010, they were mostly known for making graphics cards, nothing flashy. Their stock, about $3 a share. But if you had recognized the quiet rise of artificial intelligence and invested just $5,000 back then, that $5,000 would be worth millions today. These are classic asymmetric plays. You didn't need to bet the farm. You just needed to see what others couldn't and be willing to act. And here's the part most people miss entirely. Asymmetry isn't just about stocks or crypto. It's not just in financial markets. It's everywhere, in business decisions, career moves, even personal development. Once you learn how to spot it, everything changes. So, we've explored how asymmetry shows up in finance, but here's where it gets even more interesting. Asymmetry goes far beyond just money. Let's take a look at something familiar. Working a traditional 9-to-5 job. You trade your time for money. 1 hour of work, 1 hour of pay. It's predictable, sure, but also completely linear. Your income is capped. Maybe you climb the ladder, get a promotion, a raise, but at the end of the day, you're still exchanging your most precious resource, your time, for something finite. That's not asymmetry, that's limitation. Now imagine this instead. You carve out a few weekends to build an online course around something you know well, or you start uploading videos like this one to YouTube. Or maybe you write a book, build a simple app, or launch a digital product. What are you risking? A bit of time, a bit of effort, maybe a small amount of money. But the upside, It can be massive. That course could be sold thousands of times. That video could keep earning for years. That book could quietly generate income long after it's written. That is the power of asymmetric action. Small input, exponential output. And this isn't just theory. The most successful people in the world, entrepreneurs, investors, creators, they understand this instinctively. They don't need every move to win. They know that if they place 10 smart bets, 6 might fail, 3 might break even. But that one asymmetric win can change everything. It makes the losses irrelevant. It creates margin. It creates freedom. That's not luck. That's strategy. And it's available to you if you know where to look and you're willing to act. And it's not just about money or business. Sometimes asymmetry shows up in the most personal parts of life. Take something as simple but powerful as moving to a new city. Sure, you leave behind what's familiar, your routines, your support system, the comfort of what you know. That's the downside. It feels risky. It's uncertain. But on the other side, you gain exposure to new people, new industries, new ways of thinking. You might stumble into a career you didn't even know existed, or meet the right person who changes your trajectory entirely. That's the kind of upside that can reshape your entire life. And the risk, you don't love it. You move back. But ask yourself, what would haunt you more, trying and adjusting, or never knowing what could have happened? This is what embracing the unknown really looks like, and it's worth it. Here's the thing though, most people, they're still playing by outdated rules that were written for a completely different era. We were taught, go to school, get good grades, find a stable job, don't take chances, stay in line. That worked in the industrial age. It made sense when change was slow. But today, safe is the new risky. The job that felt rock solid yesterday could be replaced by AI tomorrow. The skills that used to guarantee security, they're being disrupted, left and right. In this kind of world, your only real advantage, your only edge, is your ability to spot and act on asymmetric opportunities. To be bold when others hesitate. To take smart, small risks with huge potential upside. Because that's what the new game of wealth demands. Not perfection, not predictability, but vision and the courage to act. Let's bring it home. Here's the core idea. Burn it into your mind. You don't need everything to work out perfectly. You don't need every seed you plant to grow into a towering tree. You just need one opportunity, one idea, one connection, one video, one decision made with just enough courage to say, what if this works? That's the exponential power of asymmetry. It's what the wealthy truly understand, that wealth isn't built linearly. It's not about trading hours for dollars or climbing some rigid ladder step by step. It's about stacking the deck in your favor. It's about placing small bets with big upside, over and over, knowing that one of them will change everything. They don't fear risk. They design around it. They leverage it. They build systems where the downside is minimal and the upside borderless. So here's the real takeaway. You don't have to get it right every time. You just need to get it right once. But to do that, you have to be willing to show up, to act, to play the game. And that starts here. Thanks for watching and for taking this ride into the mindset of those who build real wealth on their own terms. If this resonated with you, if you're ready to think differently, act strategically, and break out of the traditional script, then stay close. Subscribe to The Wealthy Edge right now. Hit that button, turn on notifications, and get ready, because in the next video, we're diving even deeper into the real strategies behind lasting wealth and the kind of freedom most only dream about. You in? Let's go.